made it worse.
It happens.
But hello, everyone.
Hope everybody's doing well out there.
Yep. Track so far?
It was just like America. That's all right.
Sounds about right.
Not that
really.
I can remember. I think Azonoth might have.
Nothing off the top of my head.
No.
I was gonna work with Scamp, try to improve like how he can be used as a diversion. Maybe work up a couple of diversions so that the glass will actually break with a noise next time he throws it. Yeah. And maybe work on him being a bit of a scout for us sometimes. Probably just work on getting to be a bit stronger. Because he gets hurt and he goes down HP quite a bit. And it's something defensive skill. Yeah. Just something that will make him a bit harder to hit. Something to maybe improve his dex.
No, not on our end.
No, I hear you loud and clear.
So definitely not on our end.
Yeah. I think I'd like to put a bit more power into my arcane ward. Make it stronger. I think I will increase my abjuration. Right, yeah, I'll take it.
I sent you a DM on Discord for mine. I don't know what to pick from that list, so.
And I think during that time, Victor would have started taking a bit more serious in like physical training to improve like strength and acrobatics. Maybe put a little bit of points into the acrobatics, maybe. Yep. All right. And is there anything there that would be like a 5? I've mainly been going like sword and slice. I do have some magic ability like war mage and some abjuration stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'll hold on to it then.
I think Luther's probably gonna be spending most of the time, if I'm being real, just like trying to get like more acquainted with his new friend. Work on the whole teamwork thing.
Yeah, Twitch just went purple.
work for some... It's because it was defaulting to something else. There we go. Okay, I think I fixed it. That better?
Yep, I could hear you fine.
Well, I'm talking about for stream, because for some reason it was not using the right mic. It was going to default, which I don't know what it was defaulting as. Probably the camera.
Oh, jeez. Check chat, Mike.
I know. Be right back.
I think, huh? That's what. $220,000.
Um,
Did you guys just see what happened?
part of it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's absurd.
I know.
Sorry about the typing. I can hear that over stream now.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we are. Sorry, I had to do something on the side there. Okay. Oh, you want to go to that? Okay. Proving that. Okay. So we got one person that's... One person who is going to need some time with the scene. So we will come to Axel's in a minute, because that's going to be a reveal and a half. Okay. So Victor's pretty much done. I have to work on a scamp sheet to add his bonuses that we're going to give him. Luther is trying to become friends with his gun, you said.
So, yep, that's about it. There's not much else to say.
Okay.
He's trying to work on the whole teamwork with his gun thing.
Okay. Do I have a skill for this? I cannot remember. Yeah, I'm going to need you to roll a persuasion and a sense motive for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need to grab. Oh no, I got some dice right here. Yeah. Just to worry about.
Let me just make sure I'm getting the right numbers. Oh wait, crap! 9, 6, 7.
God is your friend.
Give me one more moment. Just trying to find a. I had to ring out my sheet. I had to switch browsers because my other one was lagging.
That's fine.
He said.
A persuasion and a sense motive. Persuasion is one of your best skills.
Persuasion? No. Sense motive is, but persuasion definitely isn't.
I know. That was the joke.
Persuasion is 18.
Okay.
I rolled a 10 and a 7. And sense motive is 19.
It does seem to sit here and listen to you and wants to work with you. You do, however, notice every once in a while it seems to be trying to probe at your mind, as if trying to find a weak spot. Anyways, so to the chaos that Axel is going to unbox for us. Because this is an unboxing. Or more of an uncarding.
I love unboxing videos.
I mean, technically, Azonoth can do an unboxing video with a bunch of fun things, but
Shifty eyes.
You wanted to upgrade your mage hand.
Yeah, I want to punch people with it.
Okay, you want to specifically punch people?
No, I'm just teasing.
Because there is a way to do that.
I want the. Hold on a second.
Because I have a touch spell thing, I have a push pull. You could learn how to.
You know the Arcane Trickster?
Yeah.
From 5th edition? I want the same mage hand as that one to start out with.
This is where I point out Mage Hand in my game starts off that way.
Okay.
Yeah. It already starts up with the upgrades that you can do stuff and it just uses your skills. It just can't push or pull and it can't touch spell.
Yeah. Like, could it pull like a lever or is that still not okay?
It can pull a lever that's interacting with an object. Now, if the lever was stuck, you would need, like, the push-pull.
Gotcha.
There is technically a mage hand for arcane strikes, so you can punch people with mana.
So if it's already at that level, then it may not be beneficial, but it might be something I might want 2 of. So let's say I go for 2 of the mage hands as my step up, and then go into my other abilities from there.
Okay, so that one, if I remember correctly, where did I put that? Oh, I know I had that somewhere. Did I just not get to put that in the document yet? Because there is a specific one for that. I want to say it was 5th or 6th level.
I'm sorry, I missed a word there.
For dual wielding mage hands.
In 5th edition, not so much.
No, in
Not
my
that I know of. Yeah, I would love to be able to have a bunch of objects just hover around me pretty much all the time. But I'm considering that as a kind of like later on thing, not a now thing.
And a hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate.
Of course, one of these.
Yeah, somebody should notice something next time they chat. Thank you for the posture check. But yes, I believe I was going to put that in tier 5, but I apparently missed it. Did I put it
I mean, I also want to do stuff like go into, Fireball and the like as well, but that's going to be a little bit later on.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going for full caster build.
Now, here's the thing. Do you want to stick with your mage hand and do 2 hands, or do you want a bigger hand?
I do like the idea of having a bigger hand later on. So we'll say like equivalent of 7th, 8th level D&D, if you will.
Because that pops up at 5th level for me.
Mm-hmm.
That you can get Chaticus' Spectral Hand. It's Conjuration and Transmutation, nothing to worry about. Just like Mage Hand, nothing to worry about.
Okay.
So you want Mage Hand.
I mean, I have a
dual
wide
hand.
variety of things I want to put points into. I definitely do not have enough points for what I want to build.
Well, I gave you 35, so you're at 40. So you do have enough to get the Mage Hand dual wield. Thank you for the biddies. So Mage Hand dual wield is a tier 5. It'll allow you to do 2 Mage Hands at once. Which does mean technically you can have them go in separate directions and do things.
Question, that was how many points?
That is 30 points.
Too much right now. I need some type of smaller, because I mean that's going to be a good spell to learn, but the thing is, it's very expensive for what I need right now.
Yeah, because you got 40 RP.
Yeah,
Why? Is there something else you wanted to do?
definitely card mage stuff.
Okay, you just want to be able to put more spells and things.
Usually more spells and things, more depth to the cards, more more capacity to hold larger objects.
For more cards and more capacity in the cards, you need a higher magic and a higher luck.
Okay.
So you could improve those. Increasing your Pycomancy will also improve it because card mages are all about luck. Fun things there.
So let's equally nudge both my luck and my magic stat up.
Okay, because it'll cost 10 per +1 until you hit technically 10. Well, technically 11. So you can get 4 +1s.
Yeah, if I could put 2 points in each.
Okay. So,
If that's all right. Do you want me to do that on my side, or you got it?
That'll make your magic a +4 total, and your luck a +2 total. So you already bumped up your magic last time, so that'll make you 9, 7. Oh, I can't wait till I can put you guys on the automatic sheets. You just made this hard on me.
Sorry.
Okay, and that doesn't add to that. Okay, good. Okay, so it doesn't increase your reserve, but you do gain more mana because you are a mad lad right now.
Yep. I know I'm using Arcane Bolt quite a bit, so...
Well, Arcane Bolt is a free spell. It's you barfing all over the place that's actually costing you the most resources.
And that's stamina, which isn't magic, so...
Yeah. But once you start doing, like, magical spells, that's when things are going to change.
Yeah.
I'll calculate that stuff later. And we will sit here and set the scene. Did you specifically say where you wanted to do this?
Probably private bedroom.
Okay, so probably at some... I don't know. You want to do it in the Sanctum in a private quarters, or do you want to do it somewhere else?
I don't think my character realizes entirely, so I am going to say probably Sanctum. Although me as a player knows better and would say probably not in the Sanctum.
Oh, it's fine! It's wonderful! You have nothing to worry about.
I can't metagame that, so I'm going to say definitely Sanctum is going to be where Azzy does it.
Okay. So we'll set the scene. Let me see if I've got the right music for this.
I was expecting this to take longer, but at a month-long skip, this has to happen during that month.
No.
I was going to have this as a secret for at least like 4 more sessions in my mind.
No. I don't have the right thing for this. This would work. Because I was expecting this to be later.
He's not going to sit here and let it like go for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and months. So
you let out Katerina from the card, and this large 10-foot tall cat lady just stands up and stretches, and then looks down at you and looks around the room, going, "Oh, this is a change of scenery."
It definitely is, and I want to immediately begin with an apology.
An apology for what?
He looks off to the side for a moment. I don't even know where to begin on this.
Well, my family hasn't been causing too much of a problem for you, have they?
You knew they would cause a problem?
Oh, of course. Rich, multi-century-old oligarch's daughter goes missing? Of course. Of course there's gonna be trouble. I've just been waiting for you to sit here and let me out so that you can sit here and, I don't know, ask what the hell is going on or something. Took a little bit longer than I expected.
I didn't think you even knew what was going on. I figured I had a situation that meant that we needed to run, and I did so.
Oh, you are right. My father would have probably drained you of everything you have.
Not in a good way.
No. He would have been not even an hors d'oeuvre. Anyways. So where have you brought me?
On my travels and trying to make my way as a stage magician from where I've come, I ended up Where are we located? Like, and I actually don't know.
Oh,
Like physical location, like Iowa or something.
oh, the Sanctum is technically in between planes, so to speak.
Where was the entrance that we came in and left from?
You've came in and left from a bunch of them, but it would have to check my notes real quick.
Our hub.
He will give her that location and say we're currently in the Sanctum of Stability, if you're familiar.
She just kind of looks around and is like, oh. We're in the place that was falling into the void. How'd they fix that? That's
Maybe
very
they didn't.
No, somebody had to have fixed it. It would have fallen by now.
So you know about that too.
I've perhaps read some records that the family has about a little war that happened here.
You were going to possibly tell me something when we had a knock on the door.
Oh, yes. I was going to sit here and offer you a deal. I was quite amused by your performances. Both of them. And
He looks down to the side, not sure if he should take that in a positive or a negative way.
And I was hoping to perhaps make a deal with you.
And then I kidnapped you.
Yes.
And probably ruined that.
Oh, no, I wanted out of that country. I couldn't even leave the border without my father knowing. If anything, this made it even easier.
Had I known, I would have just popped you back into reality as soon as we got here.
But where's the fun in that? Then you would have been
Fair
swinging
enough.
this whole time. I did think about popping out when you were in that mansion, but didn't seem like the time.
So you can see things outside of the card the whole time?
I can focus enough to. Us stronger creatures can.
Gotcha. He leans back slightly and then moves over to a chair to kind of fall into the chair because this is going a different way than he thought it was going to.
So, I'm guessing you've already encountered some interesting things.
Hags, yeah.
Ooh, you've met some hags. That's interesting. Anything else that I should know about?
Was under my agreement, am I allowed to even say who I was interacting with, considering, or does the other guy not care? The Golden Fleece.
It's more of discretion requested.
Got it. Not an actual, like, hey, we're making a deal, you can't tell anyone about me.
Yeah, it's more of discretion towards most parties, because he doesn't want the town knowing what he is.
Yeah.
People panic.
He sits and kind of shifts a little bit. He knows he has something he can't say because he's actually under a handshake oath to not say anything about that certain situation. So...
So you're not going to tell me about the power that the Lord of Silver Light gave you?
That one I don't mind. He kind of uses that as a hint that there's something else.
What did I miss? do get bored here and then take naps. It's not like I can watch you the entire time.
The Silverlight one is interesting, to say the least.
Yes, I've never had a pet that had eldritch powers. Seems like a good thing to have. So, did you want to sit here and work for me?
Okay. And I was not at all anticipating this. I thought you were a normal person, so color me interested, but with discretion.
Duly noted. So, my main problem is I've been stuck in that country since we were young. And I don't like the idea of not being able to stray far from home. You, on the other hand, have provided ample opportunity. You've also provided me with a gift yourself accidentally. So,
He rubs his temples.
so as a sort of goodwill, I've decided that perhaps I should give you a gift of power as well, since you've given me a gift of power.
Okay. So just a handshake type of gift, nothing specific, and then an agreement on stuff other beyond that. Am I understanding correctly?
Basically, I wish to give you a magical power, if you desire, to help you along your way. This way I can perhaps learn more from you later. I've had enough time to gain most of the powers that Draconians have. But I've never had a card mage try to put me in a card before. So getting to learn that trick was nice.
Interesting. So that doesn't sound like a bad trade, considering you stated that I've already given you something in return.
Yes.
Are you okay with the Lord of the Silverlight? There's no issues with that.
Oh, no. He'd been through our country several times in my lifetime and liked his stories.
Understood. Then I have no issues accepting, as long as I know what type of things you might ask me to do. But seeing as we've had fun already, I don't doubt that it might be more in my interest just to say yes without any questions.
You know, you're a smart man. Despite pulling many unwise choices.
Let's say I'm a gambling man too, and I know that you like the thrill of a gamble. He goes ahead and reaches his hand out. I'll take your offer without asking any more questions.
She shakes your hand, and for a moment you feel a chill up your spine. I need you to first make a wisdom saving throw. Sadly enough, not one of your high suits, so this might be bad.
Wisdom saving throw, understood.
Yeah.
Oh. Do I have... I have rerolls, don't I?
Yes, you do, if need be.
Okay.
And chat can be nice enough to give you
I should probably give myself one, if I can.
yeah. Give yourself advantage or something? Yeah. I believe it's still turned on.
Be a boon for me.
Ooh.
Or is it a boon? Oh no, it's definitely not for us all. It's just for me, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you give it to everyone, they just get one next time they roll.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll. And he said advantage, so I'm gonna roll 3, take 2 of the highest.
Yep, and add your wisdom modifier.
Gonna burn a reroll. I'm gonna get a different die and burn another reroll.
Wow, just eating up all our rerolls right out the gate.
Hey, I need to. Oh, fuck, I dropped it.
Axel seems nervous because of the big cat lady. I don't know.
Yeah, I am nervous around the big cat lady.
Yep.
I got a 6 and a 9, imagine that. So
Nice.
15 and
17.
then plus wisdom. Yep.
Not bad. You are able to focus as the almost grip of undeath worms its way through your veins. So I'm going to give you a couple of choices.
For the record, the reason I re-rolled, I rolled 2 nat 1s.
Oh!
Ouch.
Oof.
Yeah, even if the third dice was a 10, that would have sucked.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, time to burn some re-rolls.
Yeah. Okay. So you can get either a combination of Mage Hand touch spell and Withering Touch. Moon Pillar.
Okay.
Or you can gain Identify and I'm trying to think here. Identify and Fear.
I'm gonna say identify and fear sound like good choices.
Okay.
For crowd control and utility.
Actually, Fear gives stacks, and that gets to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So the more stacks of Fear that something has on it from you, the more that you're going to be the target that it's afraid of.
Yep.
Oh, no, Draven, it wasn't just Withering Touch. It was Withering Touch and Mage Hand with Touch Spell. So Withering Touch from a ghostly hand from the other room. Assassination spells.
That would be another good thing to learn later on.
Yeah.
I didn't think you would have one that allows you to deliver spells at a distance right off the bat.
Yeah, touch. It's a tier 1. It's the Mage Hand touch spell, and it allows you to literally just right through the Mage Hand do a touch spell.
Mm-hmm.
Which is even better if you have the dual hand, because then you can have one hand here, one hand there, and just look what we can do, you know?
Mm-hmm. I would say thunder and lightning.
Yeah. Or you could do water and then thunder after and lightning afterwards. Which it's not, but it's not mean. One person in the group isn't already doing that.
What? I thought.
Hmm?
I thought I was doing that exact thing.
That was a joke.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. Okay, so with how fear was going to go, do you have a special type of... I can't remember. You don't have a special... No, you don't have something that changes your stat. Okay. Good. It's just gonna be charisma. Oh, God. Why? Okay. I put that in your character sheet. What did I get myself into with that? But yes, you've learned how to make people scared. And to identify objects. A strange, otherworldly, almost other life kind of presence. Helping you identify what items are.
Oh no.
Nothing to worry
I just
about.
realized charisma was one of my highest stats. Yeah, that was a good one.
Uh-huh. That was a very good choice. That and the charm are actually amazing on a high charisma build.
I might off-screen a little bit for the rest of that conversation.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay, so you guys do get called back after of your training and downtime and your normal everyday lives. And Balthazar seems to be very upset. Who's going to speak first as you see him sitting at a table looking over a bunch of notes, a couple of stones for communicating on his desk, as if he was expecting a message still, but no message has come in.
Yeah, seeing him like that, I'll speak up. You wanted to see us?
Ah, the new rookies, yes. Come in. Close the door behind you. I have a sensitive task.
Alright. Victor looks around to see if anyone else is with him. I step in.
Would you all have come together, or?
Yeah, Balthazar is asking us for something? Hell yeah, I'm in.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Instantly.
Yeah, we would have met in the lobby.
Okay.
So I just kind of step in and take a seat.
So after you guys close the door and take a seat, he pulls out a really old bottle of scotch and begins pouring a few shots. And looks at you all and is like, the issue that I'm going to talk to you about is quite dangerous. We may have a group that has been caught while trying to investigate occult activities that are happening. And I may have to send you guys in to get them out. This is a extraction and information gaining thing. Their messages stopped over a week ago, and the last thing I heard is they found that the cult has been using Umbrella essence.
And as Balthazar is speaking, Victor goes from sitting in a slouch to sitting up, paying a bit more attention to what was being said. You said that they stopped communicating with you. What were they investigating?
There were rumors of a cult trying to open a gateway to the Nine Hells to allow their masters in.
Victor looks over at Luther and Azeroth.
Different cult, right?
Is that cult trying to do something from the Nine Hells? You said summon something?
Yes, they're masters.
Gotcha.
I have assumptions at which family they may be working with. Your previous discoveries with the hags had proven to yield some information.
Gotcha.
Thankfully, the hags are no longer working with said family.
But it goes deeper because of the Umbrella essence. Yeah.
Yes. And if they're planning on getting onto this plane, they may be planning another invasion.
If they're planning another invasion, war on Earth. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
He does tilt his chin back slightly and goes, that does sound kind of cool, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I would rather see that kind of thing in the cinefilms, Azeroth. Not just chance of us
I have
dying.
no interest in that actually happening, but the mental place sounds interested. It sounds kind of neat.
Well, the last time this happened, 2 angels were dispatched to deal with the family, and 1 was almost killed. 1 was taken by the family. That was the price for letting her brother live. So we must make sure this does not happen. Now, everyone that does know about this situation are mostly higher-ups here and higher-ups in a monster hunting church. Not the same one.
I mean, I can got my buddies out here.
Last thing we need is a bunch of people who are going to get very gun happy. This has to be...
Well, okay. First off, the term is trigger happy, thank you. And second off, they would hunt the monsters, not the friends, probably.
If for some reason we have an issue to where the church cannot take care of them, we will be calling in as much help as we can.
Well, let me know. I can get them out here in a moment. Look, as long as you pay me even a little bit, any excuse to fight a monster is to shoot something. Any excuse to shoot something is an excuse to go there, right?
Yes, and we'd probably transport them there as quickly as we can. The problem is we want to act more like a scalpel in a surgeon's hand than a grenade in a soldier's.
I mean, I think that's just a matter of opinion, but sure.
Aznov looks slightly defeated.
Meanwhile, Victor is intrigued by what Balthazar's saying. The idea of being a little bit covert kind of appeals to him.
The problem is we don't know if they're... How to say this? We don't know if they're already successful on a small scale for being able to have a portal. If a large-scale portal is to be used, they would require mass sacrifice. the town that they're in would probably be leveled to do such. So we must act quickly to ensure that such an invasion cannot happen. Do you guys think you are up for the task?
I mean, that sounds a little bit like saving the world there. It's kind of a heavy process, but
The
yeah,
group that we sent in, if you can get them out, might be more than capable of helping. What I think happened is they might have been overwhelmed, or they might have been caught by surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we can do it. I mean, the situation that we just got into was a bit beyond what you thought we could handle at first. It went kind of nuts, but
Yes.
we still saved the town.
So, out of respect for you guys, is there any information you might want from me? Or anything that you might need from me for taking care of this?
Well, do you know the name of this demon family?
Galrazio.
the specific family over any specifics. Nine hells are kind of split into multiple different sections, but like maybe a specific deadly sin or something.
They're not over a deadly sin. They're actually over darkness, the umbral energy itself, and umbral essence. It's why they make resistance potions for everyone else, and they are resistant to the effects of umbral essence.
Understood. Anything you feel like we should know before entering in on this? I mean, aside from the danger level, that's kind of obvious.
If they're looking to do a mass sacrifice, they will end up having to do it either with large numbers of members, or they will have to do it with a weapon that can cause mass damage in one go. If we can identify what the threat is, we can mobilize people to take care of it. Beyond that, you notice he seems to hesitate for a moment and looks down to his shot glass before taking the shot. And he pushes some mage stones to you guys and goes, if you guys find out that there is a portal there, if you find out that the demon has breached, contact me immediately.
Understood. Will do. Victor reaches out. Reaches out and takes one of the stone. Offers one of the others to Luther or Azimuth.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it as well.
What do we get out of this particularly? Obviously, I'm not really worried about it, saving the world, and I know we're going to get paid, but
I mean, I really don't think that's the question here with the timescale we're working on.
he shrugs.
Okay.
Hey, if it's good renown and like a
Look,
promotion and the Sanctum of Stability, I'm happy with that too.
It would promote your group up rank, yes, but it also may prove a fear of mine that has been growing.
What is that, sir?
Certain groups have been getting dispatched. We've lost quite a few members over the last month. Veteran members. Some of them in groups in which certain people have been moved to. I have a suspicion that the person who has signed for these individuals to be moved may or may not be working on a scheme with someone. But I cannot bring such accusations without evidence. If she is indeed working with them, then we will have to deal with that.
Sorry.
As there will be a traitor amongst us that's been selling us out. And I'm afraid that might be why my group is in danger now. Because she had information on this mission. And several other higher-ups.
And I can see why you would trust us with this information, seeing as you've worked directly with us, and we came to report to you immediately when something was off.
Yeah.
Understood.
You can tell he's still
So
trying
keep an
to
eye
withhold
out
some
for a rat.
information.
Oh, by the way, you said to talk to you about anything weird was happening to me.
Yes.
Nothing weird is going on. Honestly, best time ever. Me and my hand now, like besties. Like, I'll talk to it all the time. It's great having someone that enjoys shooting things as much as I do for once.
It still worries me.
Big concern.
A little bit weird sometimes, but you know, who isn't, honestly?
If it weren't for the fact that you guys were so effective in the last mission, I would have questioned even throwing you guys on this. But I need somebody who's a wild card. That other higher-ups in the Sanctum would not know. Being they don't quite know your guys' skills yet, as I haven't filed those reports fully yet. It allows me to keep you as a wild card.
Definitely not intentional, right?
No, I've been tied up with a lot of other paperwork and concern for my group that was dealing with a potential world-ending threat.
Exactly.
I mean, you've had multiple groups out doing multiple things the whole time we've known you.
And I've also been doing missions myself.
We never did anything wrong, and if we get promoted, maybe they'll get brushed under the rug.
Never did anything wrong. Never.
Yeah.
Remembering what happened last mission, Victor's fighting the urge to facepalm.
Yes, you guys definitely didn't cause any chaos.
Nothing that's on our record, right? The ethics committee knows nothing. Yet. As we
I'd
save
have
the
to
world,
sit here and
it will
tell
stay
them
that way.
what my involvement is as well, and I'd much rather not have that.
Fair enough.
Could always just say we never did anything for you.
I've been working with the hags on trying to make it seem like we weren't there.
Who was where?
Well, since we're working with them now, if this is cult activity, shouldn't we see if they are willing to help, or are they just not trustworthy yet?
Do you wish to ask the hags for help?
No.
I mean, they gave me my best friend, but I'll let the rest of the group decide.
You've read too much about them.
I kind of want a best friend too, I'm not gonna lie.
Speaking of,
Now-
Asinov, did you ask Katerina to get back in the card, or is Katerina just walking around the sanctum?
I didn't clarify with you on that. I kind of left that off screen, but he would definitely say, "Do you want to get back in the card?" as a question. With the promise that he would take her out quite a bit more often now that he knows that she's not going to literally rip his skull off of his shoulders.
If anything, she's probably sticking around the room. Probably taking time and just wants to go on missions in the card if need be. So probably still in his room right now. Reading books that she might have borrowed from the library.
Understood. So he's got a stowaway that he brings contraband. Understood.
Yeah, you haven't caused any trouble.
Look at Victor being.
I don't know what you're talking about. No one's in my room.
Yeah. But Balthazar's just gonna look over you all and is like, is there
I feel
anything-
bad. Victor's the only one without a best friend.
I got Scamp, man.
True.
Asinov is the only one that you guys don't think has a best friend. He just
I
puts
definitely
people
don't
in
have a best
cards.
friend.
Yeah.
No, the cards are his best friend.
But Balthazar just looks at you guys and is like, is there any other questions you might have for me? Concerns?
Do you want to go out for drinks sometime? He looks down at the empty glass.
After I find out if these guys are okay and get them to safety and deal with the situation, I am sure I will need a lot more than a drink. I might have to spend the next decade in a bar.
Understood.
Hey, I'm here for that. I'm here for that, you know. Honestly, sounds fun.
You know, I really can't think of anything right now.
Say, I do know someone who owns a bar. They're pretty nice.
So, GM, would Victor have kind of learned about Graziel through his time in the archives?
Roll me a general intelligence check.
Alright, just a second. I got a 13, all told.
Before I tell you, do you want a reroll or...
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. I'll take the reroll. Yeah, 12.
Somebody want to give him a reroll?
I will.
Alright.
So right now this is on the borderline sort of situation.
There you go.
Alright, 17.
Okay. That's closer. That's more up there. You do know that there was a group of angels that faced off against Graziel about probably 210 years ago. And the story checks out about the brother almost being killed by him. The sister was taken captive, and that's as far as the records from the archive have. There are some rumors that technically a lot of Gahrazel's stuff had kind of stopped. Like, even his motions to try to sit her and open gates on the mortal plane and everything stopped shortly after the angel was in his custody. It seems like something slowed him down from doing a lot of that stuff. Did you want to ask any information from anyone in the Sanctum to fill in anything there, or?
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a large archive here to play with.
I would definitely be down for looking for more information.
Okay.
But I look over at Luther and Azonoth. You guys think doing a bit of research before going out's a good idea, or do you just want to jump in?
Well, I mean, it depends on the time frame, but I mean, I've always been one to go in guns blazing.
I'm kind of also the one to go in guns blazing. I haven't talked to the hag since last month, though.
Alright.
Yeah, you guys are owed favors. Two of you are.
That's what I've been researching basically for the last month, by the way, is haggling with hags.
Clever player.
Hey, I don't want to go into that without, and get a accidental friend attached to my arm.
Accidental might be the correct term, but it has too many negative implications.
Okay. So.
He's my bestie.
Guess you could say it's.
Isn't that right?
He's even your right hand in every plan.
He's my right hand man, yeah. Yeah. Isn't that right? He's just talking to his gun. Or
the gun just replies with,
see, this is why I like you. You know exactly what to say. Exactly. See, this one knows exactly what he's saying. Isn't that right? He looks over like they can hear.
They still can't hear it.
Yeah.
That would absolutely be me, by the way, if I was playing a gun.
Yeah.
Well, I think that they want to jump into it, so.
If there's any further information or gear you might need, feel free to contact. I will try to help out as much as possible. Try to keep contact over the stones as generic as possible, as all higher-ups have access to these stones, and there is emergency networks for this, just in case something happens to leadership. Others can help out then. If that individual has compromised that system, we do not want you guys in danger as well.
Copy that. Do you have a way of contacting us that's more private then? if we say, hey, we need to talk to you, and can you give us a contact?
Roll a persuasion.
$13 total.
He kind of looks around a minute and then opens up his desk, pulling out a set of books. Taking a ritual knife out, he cuts his hand and drips a little bit of blood on one cover and then blood on the other. And you see them both glow. Flipping open both of them to the first page, he writes in there, "In case of emergency," and it appears on the other page.
He nods, and he'll figure it out if it happens. So
He hands you a vial of ink, one of the books, and a quill.
he nods and does not respond to what it is, considering it may be overheard, and just kind of puts it into his bag.
Okay. Yep, nothing to worry about. No hellish magic happening there.
Just me sending love letters. It's fine.
You can always write him a love song. He didn't ask for it.
Shakespearean sonnets, right?
Just from one entertainer to another. So he kind of just looks at you all and is like, well, you guys can see yourselves out. He puts a key down on the table and was like, this is to the town that they were in.
Understood.
If you can find them and bring
so
them
we'll
back,
get
we
our-
appreciate it.
Get in the materials we need and get out of here.
So you guys are going to go down to the armory, I take it?
I don't go back to my room.
You come in and you see her laying on the bed reading books, and she just peers over the book and is like, did something happen?
Can you take books with you when you go into a card? Like, and read them?
I mean, yes and no.
I have places to go, and if you want to come with, you're allowed. Otherwise, I will leave you here on your own, but I don't know if someone's going to come in.
Stretching my legs outside of some place that's not old and dank does sound good. What kind of fun are we looking at?
Potential big world things.
Ooh, I haven't had that much fun in a long time.
Mm.
Okay, let's do the card.
All right.
Did curiosity kill the cat or end the world? Let's find out.
He is going to go ahead and have her carded. And
So 10-foot cat mama coming along with. Gotcha.
yep.
That's not going to be a problem if things happen. Okay. And what are the other two of you going to do to prepare for this?
Yeah. I was going to run back to the archive, make sure that he's got the book that he'd written down stuff from the last mission in. He's gonna tuck it away in his gear. He's gonna make sure that he collects Scamp, who he has found out is in his uncle's office. So he goes to retrieve him and then make his way back to the sanctum.
Okay. And what is Luther going to do? Besides mutter to his gun.
To prepare.
Yeah.
Not sure yet. Let's. I think if you were to start preparing, you'd start by. Well, we're dealing with occult activities, right? So, I guess you would start by trying to figure out what cults are the areas. We could do it. We're not doing a major research, but knowing what cults are in the area or what the cult might be, like what they believe in, other than just hell, it would be more helpful.
So while they're doing all their stuff, you're going to quickly try to research.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to quickly find out what kind of cult is it there. That way I can figure out what they exactly believe in and figure out the exact way to torture them.
Okay. If you're going to sit here and dig for that information, I require you to give me... This is going to be a research thing.
Yep. But you did good at last time.
And you're looking for what again?
What they believe in. So, essentially, what cult is there, if I can figure it out, or I could ask Balthazar.
You could ask Balthazar, or you can give me a research using your wisdom. Which one do you feel will be the best?
We'll do a research using my wisdom, and if I can't figure out what they are off that, then we'll ask Balthazar quickly.
Then give me a wisdom check.
Uh,
Because you will not
I'm
have
gonna
the
pop
skill.
up for a bio break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yikes. So we're gonna need a reroll on that second one. One of the dice is good, the other one definitely not.
Oh, reroll is both dice.
Okay.
Now remember, you can give yourself advantage or disadvantage as well.
I might just do that because I got a 10.
So if you give yourself advantage,
Try
you
to
can roll
do.
a third dice and...
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
That's better. Yep, 10 and 8. So 18 plus 4.
Okay.
I'd rolled a 10 and a 2, so I went to reroll just the 2, you know?
You actually find one of the few accounts that have not been signed out already of somebody talking about the entire thing happening.
Okay.
The entire previous cult, everything that happened, the invasion. It's usually started with fanaticism of washing the world in darkness and allowing the shadows to play, letting the darkness out of your heart and everything. It's very much talking to those who are either deranged or repressed and feel like they're repressing a part of themselves that they want to let go.
Yeah.
It then talks about a Maria and Martin Erthagun fighting Gahorazil. And that Maria gave herself over.
Okay.
Now, with how high your check is, you do find that this person has later entries. Near the end of their life, they had originally hypothesized that something had happened, but as they had joined an order of monster hunters, they had found out that the Urthagun and Garazil had joined, so to speak.
Okay.
A child had come to the church and given himself to Martin to train him on how to kill monsters. Claiming to be his nephew.
Okay. Young little monster hunter. I vibe with it.
The name which Martin gave him was Balthazar.
Ah. Maybe I do go talk to Balthazar.
He missed a book.
He missed one. I'm just gonna casually go in there right away. Not even like just casually.
Balthazar just looks at you as you open the door and is like, I thought you guys were going out.
We are. Decided to do some independent research while the other two got ready. I mean, I have everything I need in my gun. Though, quick question.
Yes.
Did you forget a book?
What are you talking about?
He's gonna just quickly pull it out and flip to the back, where he found the descriptions.
He's going to read it over and take the book from you and goes,
No, quite frankly, I don't care. Honestly.
So this isn't a shakedown.
No, not at all. I just wanted to make sure that it was you. Because, names are shared. Tons of people out there. If it is you, I don't care. Quite frankly. The others might, but, I mean, I'm getting paid to shoot. That's about all I care. So, if that is you in that book or that story, I mean, which, by your reaction, it probably is. I mean, that might seem dumb, but I'm definitely not. I'm definitely pretty wise amongst myself. Combat prowess, especially, and tactics. So hiding people is not among unfamiliarities to my skills. So I don't really care if that's you or not, but just figured you might want to know.
I appreciate you bringing this account to my attention. I didn't know that somebody had written my name down.
Cool. Well, glad we got that sorted.
You could have tried blackmailing me with this.
I could have.
Yet you decided not to.
Yep. Not worth it to me. Why would it be?
I'm curious. Has the gun been probing you?
Probably. That, from what I can tell, maybe.
Be cautious.
Okay.
It may try to become more than just the gun.
Okay. Well, I mean...
So... put it bluntly, yes, this is my father we're facing.
Okay. And okay, that's
And if
fine.
the old man shows up, I want you to tell me.
Okay.
Because I don't even know if the group I sent would be capable of stopping it.
Okay.
Without a bit of help. Let alone you
Sounds
guys.
good. Well, I mean, there is one thing. If you could do me a favor.
And what is that?
Well, this gun is my bestie, obviously. Does have a little bit of murderous intent, and I don't want to get any thoughts of its own.
Okay.
Look. Is there a way to retain sentience without control?
For the gun or for you?
For the gun. I want it to not have any control. I don't want to have any ideas. Because quite frankly, I like my job, and I don't want my gun automatically going off and shooting my party members when it decides it wants to kill something more than I do. It wants to kill things a lot of the time, and while I completely agree with it, if it wants to kill something I don't, and it decides to, it might just do it. And let's be honest here, neither of us want that happening. I only wanted unholy energies to stop holy beasts. I did not intend for the gun to, be cursed like this, man.
The only way to truly do that would be to work on it and forge it into a total sentient creature, a total sentient weapon. Right now, it has been growing and adapting as a sentient creature. We would have to work with some sort of artificer to actually design it better, to put in restrictions and to add the parts that we need.
One more question. Do you have a spare gun?
A spare one?
Uh-huh. Normal gun. Not gun arm thing. Don't need that right now. Just a spare gun.
You see him reach into his desk and pull out a wooden box. He unlocks it and pulls out a small .22 revolver. Puts it on the table. There should be more than sufficient on any of the creatures that may come from hell. And more than
Perfect.
sufficient for injuring most normal people.
One more question. You got that sacrificial knife?
Yes, why?
Well, quite frankly, I don't need this thing. I don't need this thing being the reason the world's destroyed. I don't think you needed that to be the thing either, because this thing can and will kill anything.
So you want me to remove your arm?
The prosthetic one, yeah. And since it's attached pretty well on there, figured you'd need to cut off a little bit, but not pain I haven't endured plenty of times before. At least once. Lose an arm once, you've lost it 1,000 times.
Luther, you are quite honestly amusing to me. You trade with a hag to improve your gun. You find that it might have murderous intent and that it might be trying for control, and then you ask me to cleave it from your body.
Yes, so that you can hand it to someone to fix it so they can reattach it when it's not trying to kill people that are helping us.
Because there is one other way, but it loses the ability to think. And it would require to put it to sleep for a long time. Would you be okay with that?
Can it be done instantly before we go on this mission?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I may warn you, though, there may be consequences to doing this to the thing.
To me or it?
To it and to some of the powers you've acquired.
From, the curse, or from just generally?
A bit of both. You may lose the ability to use certain things through it.
But I could still use them through the other gun. Just fine.
Well, you'll be able to still use most of your normal magic, but anything that it may do itself, it won't be able to. So its own magic won't work.
Look, I'd rather go into fighting hell with one arm. I can shoot with both hands just fine. You're taught to do that. So let's just go with one arm. I'll fight off the hordes of demons. You get this to an artificer that'll keep it from, murdering people. Hopefully not going to murder the artificer in the process. And we come back, and and you got that book that you wanted destroyed. I get my arm not killing people that you don't want dead, and the world has been saved and we get promoted. So I do not see a losing situation where my arm gets cleaved off, because it gets reattached later. It's not like I'm going to feel much.
And let's go to the medical bay, as I will be quite blunt. If I take your arm off, I might take a bit too much off. I'd much rather have somebody with more finesse do it.
Sounds good.
So who is on staff today? Ooh, okay. So he leads you down the hall to this happy little infirmary. And everyone seems to be staying clear of it today. And you just hear this voice from inside. Once I wonder what I could think of it today. Wanda. Yes, who's out there? I can hear you standing there, breathing. What's that infernal thing talking about with killing everything?
Oh yeah, this is Bestie. I need Bestie to be less, him.
Or are you just shouting
And by
at him
him,
through
I
the
mean
door?
me. What?
Are you just shouting at him through the door?
No, he'd walk in.
Okay. You walk in and you just
It would have been more funny if you just shouted at him through the door.
You walk in and you see this. It seems almost like black ink in the form of a strange doctor with glasses, and it just looks at you. And while moving its mouth, it doesn't seem like it's saying anything, like the voice is coming out, and you just hear it again. Once you need me to sit here and toy with this gun? This thing?
So what I need you to do is I need you to take it off
Give it a soul.
Yeah. I need to give it a soul, take this thing off me, and make sure it doesn't have as much control, so it ain't shooting people I don't want it to.
Once I have a question.
Yeah.
Will you make a deal?
I mean, what's the deal?
Once Balthasar cannot hear. Once I am speaking only to you. I wish to give this thing a soul. But in return, I require something special.
Do you want demon parts? Demon souls? I mean, if you have someone to collect demon souls, we're about to get a ton of those.
Once your eyes shine, I require certain things to allow me to shift my form.
Okay.
I acquired tissue samples, blood, hair, things that you can easily give me so I could take on such a form if I desire. So in
Look,
trade,
man.
I will take a tooth and some material.
Oh, teeth? I grow these back like, what, every few days? I have tons of them.
Once that's fire hunted,
Okay.
you can regenerate them. You can grow back flesh. This required me to take the body of a doctor and turn it into this. Yours would be so much easier. I don't need a corpse to do it.
I mean, you're detaching my arm anyway, so there's going to be a lot of blood in that process. Trust me, the first time I lost
I
it.
do not need to detach it. I do have a soul that I can give you. You see, the body wasn't always a corpse.
Oh. Fine. Well, I expected to lose a lot of flesh and blood anyway, from, surgery. So, you need some flesh, some blood, a little bit of hair. I mean, do I have hair? I mean, a little bit, but not that much.
You see him get out scissors, a syringe, and a few things. You see him actually seem to form extra arms mid-torso. This black, inky creature coming towards you for samples now. And Balthazar's like, I'm going to leave you guys to it.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, just get it over with, go fast, and we'll be done with this.
Okay. So, you are lucky, because the right person was in here at the right day. You will get a soul for the gun. Nothing to worry about. It's great. It's wonderful. Now has a soul and a full-blown personality and all of the memories of the individual that the soul had. Anyways. And he also gets his samples. Set your health to 12 right now.
Okay.
But you guys would have had a full rest, so I mean, you just lost a fair amount of stuff from, well, kind of being operated on and samples taken for him.
Yeah.
You all get back together. You guys see Luther is missing a tooth. He's got some flesh missing and a bandage wrapped around it. He looks like there's like somebody's tried to take chunks out of him in that.
Who was the bigger shark? And how did they get the jump on you? Jesus.
This was my choice, the surgeon. Long story. Anyway, you're welcome. Did this
Thank
for you
you.
guys.
He double checks Luther. Thank you. I know that had to be a bit of a wrench of a decision for you.
I mean, really wasn't that bad. I mean, I've lost an arm, gotten attacked by quite a few horrific monsters. I mean, losing a little bit of flesh and a little bit of blood, not that bad. But I do fear that I gave the Shadow Doctor some shark abilities, but nothing that the Sanctum can't solve if he goes rogue. Or I can. But now, Bestie got an upgrade, and he won't shoot you guys. So,
Sounds like we win.
exactly. I only had to do a favor for a very powerful person, and then get operated on by a strangely German shadow doctor that wanted to become a shark.
That sounds
Everything's fine.
that sounds like quite a story for your memoirs when you're older.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that big of a
but,
deal. But now we have But now Bestie has a soul. Don't know who it is.
all right then. Oh boy, that's a lot that happened.
Yep. Well, is there anything we need to pick up from elsewhere within the sanctum, or I think it's time to head up to a...
You know what I realized? I just realized something. Can I like kind of call up Balthazar right now, just quickly,
Oh, okay.
before we head up? Hey, just again, surgery went well. I'm fine. Bestie has a soul. I haven't talked to it yet, but we'll get there. Anyway, I need a description of the person that the guy. I need a description of that guy. So I know who to, and I want to call you if that guy shows up.
I'll send it over our private channel.
Sounds good.
And after a few minutes, you guys see the book glow, and there's actually a full-blown picture there. In fact, the picture looks eerily as if it's from a memory.
Huh. So that's
I'll
what
go ahead and show that, and
Okay.
also take that in as well, since I have the book.
Yeah, don't worry. That's just a guy, basically I was doing some independent research, found out stuff about the people we're going up against while you guys were getting ready. I was having surgery. Anyway, there's a guy, that if he shows up, Balthazar said, just make sure to call him. Not a huge deal, because he probably won't show up. But if he does, try calling Balthazar first, or use our private channels, because we kind of, need to do that. Apparently the guy's, a little out of our league, in quotes. I don't know. Let's go shoot something. Nothing a gun can't solve.
Yeah, I'm ready to go as well.
So you guys go through the gateway then?
Yep. Scamp's riding along on Victor's back, his small arms hooked through a pack that Victor's got on.
Okay. So you guys exit the gateway, and you enter into what looks like a mausoleum. As if for some reason a door in the back of the mausoleum has let you in. And the place looks eerily well kept.
Right, Victor looks around and just kind of tries to examine what he sees. Anything kind of stand out to him? Any light sources?
Mostly just lights outside. Seems like the graveyard attendant tries to keep the kind of lanterns going. A lot of kids get in trouble in the graveyard at night. If you're trying to take in everything else, though, you can give me a perception. Looking around.
Alright, just a second.
Sorry, I zoned in at probably just the wrong time. How did we end up in the mausoleum?
You went through the door.
Gotcha.
With the magic key.
So I used the gotcha. So we're headed towards where we need to go.
Yes. The mausoleum just so happens to be the entryway.
13.
It's fairly dark in here. You know that this seems to be it seems almost like it's constantly upkept, like somebody either paid a fair amount for it to be kept up, or like some family members come by and take care of it. It does seem to be for a slightly well-to-do family.
I'm going to go ahead and help provide and shed some light, by the way, by keeping my mouth open.
Okay, so you're going to keep your mouth open. Let's see where the grave attendant is. Okay. That's not bad.
Well, I mean, I just see Draven moving around to look at things, Victor, specifically.
But most of the things around kind of tell that the family takes pride in a lot of the people in it, but there does seem to be one that seems to be chained shut and has locks all over it. As if there was some sort of fear that it might come alive or something. And that one seems to be where most of the dust is this sarcophagus of sorts. Just kind of sitting there.
Alright. So, noticing this, Victor's gonna kind of take a few steps towards it and see if they can read anything on it.
After you dust it off, it seems to be in a different language. It roughly translates from your times in the archives as the mouth of the abyss.
Mouth of the abyss. And he just looks at it questioningly. Like he's never heard that used to describe a being. At least nothing he's aware of.
Interesting. And any of these names familiar?
Well, glad you asked. Asnoth, as you're looking over the names, you start to realize where you're at. It's the Belmont Crypt.
His heart sinks into his feet. So who's the maw of the abyss?
Give me a general wisdom check to see if you can remember anything from the family about this. This is going to be a very obscure thing, so
All right.
Good roll, please. I'm curious.
Oh, same. I am so curious. If only wisdom wasn't a dump stat for me.
I help him with this, or
No, this is a family secret. Yeah.
13 total. I didn't roll terribly on that.
There's like a vague inkling. Maw of the Abyss, you remember of Maw of the Fiery Pits, not a Maw of the Abyss.
Okay. Maw the Fiery Pits. What is the story on that one? Just assume that it was mistranslated here.
It was a hellhound that the family owned for a little while. It was several generations ago, but your family doesn't just collect magical artifacts. It sometimes collects magical creatures that it tames and trains.
Let's see, and coffin that's chained up, is it perchance dog-shaped?
It's fairly big. It's definitely not a draconian in there. It's definitely something bigger.
You said Maw of the Abyss, right?
Mm-hmm. Is what the coffin says.
Victor.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Would you say Maw of the Pits might work for that?
He just kind of looks over at it and thinks for a minute. Would he recognize there's a potential translation issue here?
Might not be a translation issue, but somebody might have engraved it or something. There's a small chance of that. But why the family would have never corrected it?
Right. I mean, it could be.
I'm going to check the material that the chain is made out of, just real quick.
Do you have a guess about this?
The chains seem to be... They seem to be steel with silver plating on it.
Okay.
And the locks themselves seem... Oh, they're like locks that you've had all around the house as a child. Usually on things that, they didn't want you guys getting into.
The ones that I learned lockpicking on, understood?
Yeah, a little.
I don't... Did Balthazar tell us where we needed to go in here, or we just came in here and assumed we were going to find where we needed to go?
This was the city that it's in. He has no real information on where the cult is.
Okay, no idea where the cult is, and did you tell us about the people that we were looking for?
No, you guys didn't ask. Just that it was another group.
Cool.
Now, you guys could have even asked for their specialties, so you knew what you were working with.
Yeah.
Balthazar, Azeroth, we're idiots sometimes.
Yeah, we should have asked that. I could write in the book, but I don't know how many pages that I can get, and I doubt he wants that information directly shared.
Right. I mean, I guess we could start with just a basic investigation.
But you're just leaving the locks alone?
I don't see why we should open this. specifically, especially since it doesn't look like it's been opened recently. I assume this isn't going to go anywhere we need to go. If there was dust that was knocked away from the area or boot prints that are there, I might be more inclined.
No, there. It seems like it probably hasn't been dusted in probably closer to like 500, 600 years. So this one specifically seems like it stopped getting cared for because people forgot about it and what was in it.
I do have a quick question for you. Are there anything like bones or anything next to it? Like anything like dog toys?
Yes. There are a couple of large bones up on the shelf. You can recognize these, and in fact, there are teeth mark on them. They seem to be from one of the large beasts, almost hell beasts, that you guys have tried to fight before. And there is a spiked black collar with silver inlay.
I pointed out to him.
Now,
To
the
Victor.
collar itself looks like it's for a creature that... How to put it? If the dog was more hippo or rhino sized, so more like a mouse size.
Whatever is in that tomb was huge. And he just kind of looks at the collar and the bones and the marks on them. You seem to know a bit about this.
I've heard some things.
Look, and I don't want to be the ruler of the party, but I think you know more than you've just heard some things. And I mean,
What? Maw of the Pits, and I point out the fact there's a collar up there?
yeah,
That's not very much.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
'Cause
kind of get out of like a kneeling position and walk looking at some of the tombs I can see in the light. Well, we can't hang out in here all day, guys.
Town we need to go to. That's what matters. So let's start investigating beyond that. If you don't mind, I'm going to take just a moment. He's going to go ahead and cast like Mage Hand and whatever to assist him. I don't know if I have access to like prestidigitation or anything like that, but I'll go ahead and use that to just kind of clean up the crypt. And if that was the Maw of the Pits, is there any reason it might be chained up?
The Maw of the Pits, ended up dying because it was knocked off a ship into the water. So they never found the body. But are you trying to do this quietly, or...
If I could do it quickly, I would like to. If I can't, then I'm not going to spend my time on it. If it's something that's going to take a long time.
You can do it quickly. Which means you won't be doing it quietly.
No, I'm saying in general, because I would definitely have the foresight that there might be someone around. Especially if I know where I'm at.
Oh, yeah. This is not for something outside of the tomb. having to roll.
Yeah.
You do notice that after a few moments of you trying to clean away the dust from this, and a few little jingles of the chain, you hear something seem to bump up against it, and you feel the chains grow taut as the top of the sarcophagus tries to open, as if something's trying to buck it open.
Can I hear this?
You guys are outside, and yeah, you can hear stone kind of clacking together and chains rattling inside.
I'm gonna go over there immediately.
If the sarcophagus is lifted any, I'm going to try to get a peek and see what's on the inside.
It seems like the lip itself, with how they designed it, is designed to where there is probably about that much stone. So as it's lifting up, because of the chain, it's only showing stone. So you can't actually see in there.
Got it.
Yeah. You do notice, though, that there is almost a black smoke that comes out here and there from some holes in the sarcophagus, as if something is exhaling some sort of black, shadowy smoke.
Do I get over there like now then, or?
Yeah, you'd be coming in about now, and you're seeing the exhalation, and you guys hear what sounds to be almost a growl from inside.
Hey, Azeroth, I know that it's fun to look at random sarcophagi, but how about we leave the little thing alone and before it becomes a big thing for us to have to shoot?
I think it actually might be friendly.
Yeah, Victor didn't notice for quite a while.
Friendly.
After a little bit, he notices Luther's gone. But, like, he can see him retreating in the distance, so he'll turn to follow. But he's definitely going to come up probably after that conversation.
He points up at the collar that's sitting above. I'm curious if we could have a friend that might actually help us out.
Look. Maybe we could. Or we could have a friend that would rip us to shreds before the world ends. And now, I'm all one for a bestie that's willing to kill some people, as you've seen. But how about we leave that thing in there and deal with the bigger threat first, and make it our bestie after we've dealt with the world ending?
I mean, if he can help us now, that would be a good thing. But if we're torn to shreds, the end of the world wouldn't really matter at that point, would it?
Right. But not to us, but it does matter.
I'd like to, with a dawning of the information on what this thing is, that the fact that the body technically was never found, try to re-roll my my possible history or otherwise check to see if I can get at least or wisdom, you said. See if I can get a little bit more information off this thing.
Yeah, you can try to.
Do I have my re-rolls again, by the way? Because technically those were used during the month of downtime.
Yeah, you would have your re-rolls, and this will not be a wisdom now.
Okay.
This is going to be an intelligence, well, an intellect, because now you are recalling based off of a lot of traits that are here.
Ooh, better roll. Fuck yeah. It's going to be 18 total.
You vaguely think this might be a shadow hound. You remember hearing that shadowhounds could be trained, but you didn't think anyone in your family had trained them. They're supposedly immortal creatures that love dark spaces, and
Could I?
at the same time, these things are very loyal to their masters when trained properly. You also know that you never really heard how big they get.
Do you mind if I can see if I know anything about are you gonna bring up that you think it's a shadowhound?
I'm literally trying to give as little information in character as possible because he does not want you guys to figure out this is his family crypt.
Victor's eyes are wandering and he's looking around at the tombs again. He's gonna go walk to stand in front of one of them that still has a bit of light hitting it and try to get a read.
Yeah, a couple of them you see like a tomb with like a small tomb next to it, and you start getting a pattern as you read. They're all Belmonts, and some of the ones with little tombs next to them are noted as animal handlers.
Like he calls down from however far he's away. This family seems to have an animal handling tradition going through it. And he's just kind of looking tomb to tomb to tomb. And he comes back up to stand next to Azonoth. Just kind of looks at him for a second. And then just decides to stay quiet.
I honestly think you as an animal handler, we might actually be fine with this thing.
Well, do you want to try it?
You two willing to take the gamble on getting ripped to shreds? I'd be willing to stand in here alone if you want to leave.
Fine. If you're willing to stand here alone, I'll stand with you.
Yeah, we're in this one together, mate.
If something happens, don't be afraid to run. If you start seeing me get ripped into, just get out of here.
I'm gonna
We need to finish the mission regardless.
I'm gonna set sights on the opening of it, so that should it start to immediately attack, I fire at it at immediate will.
I would like you both to at least take a step back, so I'm the immediate thing.
Okay.
I am going to pull out some of my rations.
Can I get my bestie in here to get this one? Because I haven't got to talk to the gun yet.
Oh, so you're gonna talk to the gun?
Well, I have to. I'm gonna take a shot with it for the first time against a creature that's completely insane. That could be completely insane. So I'm gonna have to.
So you're going to talk to him. Okay. What are you gonna say to try to start the conversation?
Look, you're in a gun, and that's probably not ideal. There's a thing that's locked up that's about to not be locked up. And if that thing is not, good, we're gonna have to work together to shoot at that thing, right?
Once I'm in a gun? When did this happen? Last I knew, I was surrounded by... Oh, I'm dead, ain't I?
Yes, so basically, gun, or as I called it, bestie, was a little, not okay. Was gonna shoot people, like, good people, Not the people I would shoot, you know? Which is usually bad people.
It's okay.
And so basically, I traded the old little flesh to like a shadow doctor, and shadow doctor.
Shadow tentacle?
Yeah, that one. Traded a little bit of flesh, a little bit of blood, tooth, and gave him some of that, and then he put you in here so that Bestie wouldn't go off shooting these people that are trying not to, save the world. So, you're saving the world now.
Wait. I feel like an arm zone. Why are you saying an arm is a gun? Why do I feel mechanical? And yet organic.
So, I'm organic, right? But I used to, I probably should introduce myself. My name is Luther Yamaito. I used to be like a monster hunting, we'll call it a monster hunting guild, in quotes. And so, one of the missions did not go so well for me. And so, arm, yeah, old arm, yeah, that's gone now. And so, I got picked up by the Sanctum, and now I have a new mechanical arm with a gun inside it, which, perfect. And, anyway, long story short, mechanical arm gun got cursed by a witch in favor of power because I guess my question wasn't worded well. I don't know. Anyway, the curse, not so good, and made the gun alive, but only want to kill, good people. So I need to fix that quickly. So I had to contact a friend with massive daddy issues to pull in a favor, to contact the shadow tentacle guy to pull in more favors, to, get you inside of here so that Bestie isn't.
Once I stopped listening about halfway Sousa, I'm sorry. So I'm just a fix, I see. I guess this gives me a new lease on life. Wait, what do you mean by gun?
You're a gun. You shoot things. And I need you to work with
I shoot, you reload. I shoot, you reload?
Yep, and sometimes you shoot magic.
Wait. You can shoot magic through your gun.
Yes.
Wunderbar!
The new gun's name is Arnold.
Oh, you're excited about shooting things.
Once I've always wanted to use certain things through a gun. I thought it would just be much better of a focus. I once tried it with a lightning rod. Not so smart. Perhaps a gun would be what I needed. So, how much gunpowder do you need for your gun?
Wait, these are supposed to take gunpowder?
Wait, you guys no longer use gunpowder and fuses on small lead balls?
Nope, they just kind of explode and shoot things really fast, and it kills things.
Wait, when did they sit here and put everything together?
I don't know.
How long have I been dead?
I don't know. I mean, okay, actually, out of character, what year is it in character? Like,
it would be about 1920.
Yeah. I mean, well, when did you die? I mean, how old are you and when were you born?
Once, I believe it's... I believe it was about 1,200.
Oh.
What's for saying? Oh. How long have I been dead?
Give or take 17th century? 7 centuries? 700 years. Not that long, hopefully.
Okay.
It's 1920-ish, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. The years are weird. Time is weird.
Okay. This is a mess. Okay, so we're going to shoot something.
Yes.
I'll figure this
Shadow-
out as we go.
What? Yeah. We'll figure this out as we go, but you are my new bestie, because if you like shooting things, I like shooting things. Something we have in common.
I also like operating on things and doing experiments. You seem more of a just shoot it and think that it works. We'll have to work on this.
Can you experiment on things with a gun?
No.
I'm not so
Sound-
sure about that.
Okay, so back to the rest of you.
Could they hear the gun, or can only I hear the gun still?
So far, it's just you two sitting here and talking back and forth in your head.
Okay.
While all of this was
They
going
don't
on,
really metal anymore, at least.
I tell Scamp to like hide behind one of the tombs a few rows back, like a few rows down the aisle, and then I kind of loosen the sword in the scabbard.
I have a very quick question for the DM. Are these locks anything that I can easily open?
Yes. It'll take you a few moments, but you could easily open them. You remember
I just kinda-
opening these kind of locks with bobby pins.
I was about to say, could I maybe I could just see myself carding them at this point and then just dropping them on the ground.
I mean, huh?
Maybe that's where I picked up card magic to begin with. Start breaking into these constantly.
That is actually genius.
As long as it's a padlock, technically, there's no real reason it couldn't just be turned into a card. Unless I have to take the whole chain with, then that's kind of more complicated.
Well, if you're going to do it the magical way, I'm going to need you to do a charisma-based check to see how long this is going to take you.
Would it be easier with a pick lock? Because I think that might be the better option of the two.
Well, that would be your speed. So, I mean, either or, it's going to be a +4.
Copy.
It's just, this one's far more amusing if it works.
Well, I mean, I would take them off and then just set them basically on the ground. I don't really need the padlocks. Unless I'm adding to my massive fucking collection.
I mean, who doesn't want to sit here and have a bunch of, like, silver chains and padlocks?
Fuck it, why not? I'll do it.
I mean,
No,
if you ever end
if
up
you remember-
encountering a werewolf, you can literally just chain it up.
If you remember, a part of my inventory is a whole bunch of padlocks.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay. That's going to be 11 plus 4, 15.
Yeah, the chains and the locks are gone. And you see it seem to stop for a second as the tension seems to get released. And it goes back down, and then this big lid comes flying off. Smoke and shadow fills the room. And that's where we're going to cut for the week.
I do want to make one last thing of note. I do want to have the collar in one hand and the bone in the other.
Collar in one hand and bone in the other. Okay.
Why? Why big sigh?
Because we're going to stop here for the week, for this episode. Yeah, I want to leave that as a cliffhanger of just that smoke filling the room. the sight of a large entity starting to just billow out of it. The sarcophagus hitting the wall with a big thud and crack. Good way to end it and pick it up next time, you know?
We may be starting with combat. We'll find out.
Yeah. First words
Or
out of the
another
GM next session. Roll for initiative.
I wouldn't do that to you guys.
Lies.
Yet.
I have not started you guys off in combat yet. Come on.
Yet.
Other games, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, with that one, my next comment would be, leg it!
Yeah, he with the quickest speed is the one who is the munchy less.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I would try to get its attention and run the opposite direction of wherever they went. I would point, leg it, and point the direction I want them to go, and I would run the other way.
He would do the Jeff Goldblum with the flare on Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
So, who shall we rate this week? What should we raid into? Do you guys have somebody you want to raid?
I have a couple of people I might point towards if you can't find anyone.
Yeah, I don't really know too many Twitch streamers.
I know mostly VR chat streamers, so...
I got one on here, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I got one. Goblin Tuesday.
Send me a link.
Okay.
That's how they
Usually
do.
does teach RPG stuff. I have a couple teach RPG streams up on one right now. I maybe want to watch reasonable amount. Definitely not doing that one.
Oh, you're doing Miami Grand Prix right now. Okay.
Then there's that one. Then there's that one.
I'll send you a few on mine, too.
The last one I sent you is doing Dungeons and Dragons right now. Ooh, someone just started. Oh, he's writing. There's someone writing for a teacher RPG right now. Thing right now. Watching Critical on the side.
There's my suggestions. Only one of them is doing anything kind of D&D related, though.
Yeah, I think I saw the one that is doing D&D related that you suggested.
Yeah, had a feeling it was one of yours. Piratey themed. I do have someone I could point out to.
I have someone doing BG3. I have Joe Cat, but that already has 700 viewers, I don't think.
Yeah, if we were going for big ones, I know one that's doing... Huh? Are they playing a tabletop? No, they're playing BG. Okay.
Well, you have two there for me. The last two.
Okay, we might just hit a BG3.
Okay.
Fair enough. It's close enough, anyways.
And there's a couple of them that I have. And we'll raid one that I haven't raided before. going to sit here and go raid this cute little elf VTuber who's playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. You're starting to make us curious about your history, Asimov.
Starting.
He hasn't said a word. He only corrected something. That's it. He hasn't done shit.
That's enough. Buddy, just saying, the map spoke more than you ever did.
But we're going to raid Illumina Elf, and hope you all had fun. We'll see you guys again
We did.
in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
Bye.